hope you're having an awesome Thursday. My name, of course, is Philip DeFranco, and this is where I talk about news type stuff and things that matter to me today. And Nation, the first thing I want to talk about today is the evil marijuana. The reason being is every week or so we see these new stats out of Colorado because they, of course, legalized marijuana, and everyone's like, did the world just blow up there, or what happened? But I kind of have issue with people spouting stats out because it is something so recent. The positive changes are definitely something to be excited about, but you need to see the mid-tier, the hopefully long-term changes. That's the only way you can truly see if it's the right decision. So with that in mind, statistics came out of California since 2010 when it was decriminalized. January 1st, 2011 is when full marijuana decriminalization went into effect. And we see the change over 2 years to 2012. What they found were really positive changes for the age group they find most at risk, 15 to 19-year-olds. What they found were that drug overdose arrests went down 20%, while the rest of the United States went up 4%. Criminal arrests went down 30%, drug arrests went down 23%, but you know what? That's kinda to be expected if like apple pies were illegal and you were arresting people that were eating apple pies, and then one day you were like, we're not gonna arrest people that eat apple pies anymore. Of course that number is gonna go down because you're not going after those people. School dropout rates went down 22%. The good increases really outweighed the rest of America. And the important thing here isn't to say that marijuana fixes problems, because that's the problem when you show statistics like these. It says that the world is a vacuum where only one thing changes at a time, and it's not a huge, big, confusing organism that it is. The good thing we saw is that the demon weed being decriminalized and then used for medical reasons in California did not bring the bad that fearmongers talk about. And personally, I bounce back and forth on the war on drugs. Part of me is like, legalize everything, human beings will figure it out. But then the other part of my brain's like, no, you know, we'll make things like marijuana legal and there will be like a normal age limit on when someone can legally acquire it. Those hardcore drugs, I mean, those can like ruin people's lives. You look at people that do meth, and you've never heard that story of, yeah, I just sometimes do meth and my life's great. It's always like Gina Marie called the police because someone stole her meth, and when the police arrived, she was eating their face. And Nation, from there, I want to share some stuff I love today, and Today in Awesome, sponsored by 4humanpeoples.com. FHP, of course, where we sell the nation's posters, shirts, tanks, everything. And the 5 new designs that you guys launched this week were these, created by awesome people from the community for the community. And so if you want to grab those or anything else from the site, click the link down below or the annotation that's up here somewhere. And Nation, today a lot of the awesome is based around movies. The first wasn't even on my radar, and that was the trailer release for the movie In the Heart of the Sea, directed by Ron Howard. You have Chris Hemsworth as the main actor, based around the real-time disaster that happened in 1820 that would inspire Moby Dick. I'm on board. Then again, I kinda just trust Ron Howard to always make good movies. Then we got a teaser for The Hunger Games: The Mockingjay Part 1, where you get to see what happened to District 12. Spoiler alert, there's no more District 12. And you would know that if you already read the books, and it's not really that big of a spoiler because they were gonna let you know that in like the first 5 minutes of the movie. Then in YouTube Awesome, thanks to the YouTube channel Morg's Penny Productions, we were given Brick Flicks.
Here's Johnny!
Famous movie scenes fantastically recreated with Lego stop motion. Then, in a bit of awesome, I forgot to include, yesterday was easily my favorite thing on the internet then, a compilation video of RKO Vine. And as stupid as that preface sounds, it's actually one of the most amazing things ever because Viner Steve Ozzie took all these fail videos and changed all of them to be Randy Orton's fault. It's just so beautiful. And the last bit of awesome today will of course be our secret link of the day. If you'd like to check that out, anything else I share, anything else I talk about, links as always in the description down below. Then, an exciting news for cord cutters. Just yesterday we talked about HBO Go being available to people that do not have cable packages in 2015. And as of today, CBS has announced pretty much the same thing. They announced CBS All Access, which is available as of today, which will give you access to CBS Classics as well as all the stuff going out now. Although a potential downside to this service is that football games are not included, and while the service will cost people $5.99 a month, there will still be ads. They say that during a typical hour of television, there are 12 to 16 minutes of ads, but on the streaming service, there will only be 9 to 12 minutes of ads, and on the CBS Classics, there will be no ads. And that's the question, is this a service that you would actually use, especially when you can go with something like Hulu, which yes, does show ads, but is only $8 a month, and you get Fox, NBC, ABC, Comedy Central, and a bunch of others. Obviously, network television is different than HBO, but is this interesting enough for you to actually use? I'd love to know, Nation. Then, Nation, let's talk pornography and the difference between men and women. Pornhub, when they're not making hilariously safe safe-for-work ads are also huge number crunchers who make these amazing infographics to show what the world looks for in porn. And today they featured the differences in search for men and women. The top 5 for men being teen, MILF, mom, stepmom. I also kind of want that to be the order men search for things. It just starts off like, oh, that hot 19-year-old girl, she's so fresh-faced. I bet her mom's a MILF, let's check that out. What about other moms? What about my mom, but only if she was my stepmom? For women, on the other hand, the top 4 were lesbian, threesome, squirt, and then gangbang. And I was kind of surprised on that one, because while that's the 4th top female search, it's the top 23rd search for men. Then specifically, they showcased what women search for more than men. The list from top to bottom reading, eating it, licking it, shribbing, which I had to Google, and you know it's something sexy or very, very wrong when Urban Dictionary is the #1 result. Scissoring, ebony lesbians, girl on girl, and then old man. And there's even more information. If you want to check it out, I'll include the documentation down below. And the main point of this story, we all freaks, ain't nothing wrong with nothing. Also, I'd like to announce my new website, teen, step, MILF, lesbian, threesome, squirt, oldmangangbang.com. Actually, not even a porn website, just a fantastic place to buy premium bracelets. And then Nation, the last thing I want to talk about today is what seems to be our daily Ebola update. The first is that second Dallas nurse we talked about yesterday that had Ebola and was flying around, turns out reportedly the CDC actually gave her permission to fly. According to CNN and CBS, Amber Vinson, the nurse in question, called the CDC several times before her flight Monday and complained of a 99.5-degree fever. But they told her she could fly because her temperature was under the 100.4 high risk level. In fact, it's only after that Thomas Frieden, the CDC director, acknowledged that Vinson, who had extensive contact with Duncan, should not have been allowed to fly. I understand that no one's at risk until symptoms are showing. When you have something that has like a 70% kill rate and the difference between when you start getting worried is 0.9 degrees? Maybe the answer is, you'll probably be okay. This event has also seemingly put the CDC in a place where they're considering putting the people on the front lines on a no-fly list. And ultimately, I think these stories for a lot of people are making people not necessarily trust the CDC. Not in the sense that the CDC has this weird, evil plan, but that maybe they're not prepared / all on the same page. Personally, I'm on the side of staying cautious. These people who are treating this on the front lines, they should be looked at as heroes. And you know, my opinion on this is let's just like stay on the side of caution. Better safe than sorry. And then one bit of possibly positive Ebola news. The Department of Health and Human Services awarded an $8.2 million contract to a Baltimore-based Perfectus Biosciences for research and development of an Ebola vaccine, which has been proven 100% effective in animal tests. So while this is in no way a note that there is a human vaccine, the Assistant Director General of the World Health Organization said researchers may have enough data from small human studies of new Ebola vaccines to warrant offering them to new healthcare workers. It does mean there's progress towards one, that researchers may have enough data from small human studies of new Ebola vaccines to warrant offering them to healthcare workers and other frontline staff caring for Ebola patients by November. And Nation, on that note, that's where I'm gonna end today's show and bring it to the big question of the day. What are your opinions of marijuana? Should it be legalized, just decriminalized, just for medical reasons, what? I'd love to know what you think and why in the comments down below. And today, to possibly win a $50 gift card to 4humanpeoples.com, just leave a comment down below. Maybe while you're at it, hit the like button, favorite, subscribe. Also, if you're not 100% filled in today, check that Q&A vlog that I posted yesterday, or go to twitch.tv/DeFranco Games, because I'm streaming pretty much all the time, kinda. But, of course, as always, my name's Philip DeFranco. You've just been filled in. I love your faces, and I'll see you Monday.